It was the year 2014 and I was at the WAEH Global Conference for Eye Doctors and Practitioners. No, I am not an eye doctor and neither was I a speaker at this conference, but I was standing right in the front facing a large 5 feet by 12 feet paper. Black gloves covered my hands and amazingly wonderful Newland markers adorned my waistcoats. Everyone in the audience was wondering what was I doing there, and a few daring ones came to the front to ask me this very question. And this is what I told them: I am here to listen with my ears and my hands. The conference started, the speaker began to speak, and I started to listen, synthesize, and sketch all in real time keywords and simple pictures. We call this process graphic recording or visual scribing. And it is a meaning creation process using visual and verbal language. During every break, the participants and the speakers used to come to the front, look at this large paper, identify keywords, discover those relevant pictures, smile at each other, and have some animated conversations, and even ask a few questions. That day, they got something much more than planned. Meaning was etched not just into the fabric of the paper using markers, but meaning was etched into their memories too. So, what was I doing again? I was listening with my ears and my hands. Engagement explodes in meetings when people are listened to and acknowledged by having what they say recorded in an interactive graphic way, says David Sibbett, one of the pioneers of this moment and someone I admire. Now, we all know that listening is the key to connected communication. In face-to-face conversations, we can practice active listening skills and listen better. But when it comes to virtual meetings, virtual conversations, e-learning sessions and presentations, we have to cope with a lot of distractions, be it physical, mental, or even emotional. So how do we listen for better understanding? We use our hands. You heard me right. Use our hands. Now, I'm not just talking about writing things down. That does help. I'm talking about using simple pictures, sketching them out and writing relevant keywords in a pattern and connecting them to form a wholesome meaning. Tony Buzan, the founder of Mind Maps, says this: normal linear note-taking and writing will put you into a semi-hypnotic trance, while mind mapping will greatly enhance your cognitive skills because the brain has the ability to process visual information much more efficiently. How do we do it? Let me share with you 9 easy steps. Number 1, have a basic layout in mind. Start in the center or on the side or in the top. Write down the name of the person you're listening to. In this case, I wrote down Ranjani. If you know the theme, topic, or purpose of that talk, write it down. I am writing down listening because that is the purpose of this talk. Now, listen to what the person is telling and write down key messages you are hearing in real time. For example, let's say I put the word summarize because that is what is being talked by Ranjani, and I put a simple picture around it. Now I can do it real time or I can do it by leaving a gap to fill in later. For example, let's say I choose the word active listening. I draw a simple picture of a person who is active. Or for that matter, I choose to use or capture the word eye contact, and I immediately draw a picture of an eye. But that's not everything. In point number 6, we connect the dots of these different components we have heard to form a wholesome image. In this case, point number 1 is actually eye contact, point number 2 is active listening, and the last point is summarize. Then you step back and see it for yourself. If it is a meeting or a conversation, you show and summarize it to the speaker for mutual agreement. And that is how you create shared understanding. You can also look at it together to discover any problems, ideas, applications, or solutions. And there it is. Even you can now listen with your hands. 2 ears, 2 hands, listen better. I would be delighted to hear from you of your experiments in putting this into practice. So if you have done any listening creations, be it from your learning sessions or presentations, please post them on LinkedIn or Facebook with the hashtag #SketchAtWork.